Hey everyone, it's your boy Barcon Lejes, back with another news roundup. This week has been a whirlwind of major events, from heartbreaking tragedies to intense political battles. We've got a lot to unpack, so buckle up as we dive into the top 10 stories that have captivated the nation. From devastating wildfires in Hawaii to the legal storm surrounding former President Trump, we'll break down the biggest headlines and their impact on our nation. Let's get started. Our top story takes us to Maui, Hawaii, where unprecedented wildfires have caused devastation on a scale rarely seen. The fires have claimed over, insert current death toll, lives, with hundreds still missing. Homes and businesses have been reduced to ash. The speed and ferocity of the fires left many with little time to escape. As firefighters battle the blazes, the focus shifts to recovery. The economic impact on Maui is expected to be significant. The Maui wildfires remind us of nature's devastating power. Former President Donald Trump has been indicted in Georgia on charges related to his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. This indictment includes charges of racketeering and involves several co-defendants, including Rudy Giuliani. This marks the fourth indictment against Trump this year, intensifying his legal battles. The case centers around Trump's alleged attempts to pressure state officials to overturn the election results. Trump denies any wrongdoing, calling the indictment a politically motivated witch hunt. The mounting legal challenges threaten his bid to return to the White House in 2024. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden, son of President Joe Biden, remains at the center of a federal investigation into his business dealings and taxes. This investigation has intensified partisan debates in Washington, with Republicans pushing for greater scrutiny and potential charges. The investigation, led by a Delaware-based U.S. attorney, has focused on Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings, particularly in Ukraine and China, during his father's time as vice president. Republicans have alleged potential conflicts of interest and wrongdoing, while Democrats have largely defended Hunter Biden, characterizing the investigation as politically motivated. The Hunter Biden investigation adds another layer of complexity to the already polarized political landscape in Washington. A violent altercation at a riverfront in Montgomery, Alabama, has thrust the issue of race relations back into the national spotlight. The brawl started when a group of white boaters attacked a black riverboat co-captain, leading to a physical altercation. Videos of the brawl went viral on social media, prompting calls for justice and accountability. New York City is currently facing a humanitarian challenge as it struggles to accommodate a significant influx of migrants. With shelters at full capacity and resources stretched to the limit, the city is under immense pressure to find solutions. Thousands of migrants, many of whom are asylum seekers bused from southern border states, have arrived in New York City in recent months, overwhelming the city's shelter system and social services. The influx has strained resources, leading to overcrowding in shelters and makeshift accommodations. Mayor Adams has implemented various measures to address the crisis, including converting hotels and other buildings into temporary shelters. However, the sheer number of arrivals has made it difficult to keep pace with the demand for housing, food, and other essential services. The migrant crisis in New York City highlights the ongoing challenges facing the United States immigration system. The Federal Reserve is in the spotlight as it grapples with inflation. Rising interest rates spark recession fears. Yet the job market remains resilient. The Fed's aggressive rate hikes aim to curb decades-high inflation. Inflation persists due to supply chain issues, strong demand, and the war in Ukraine. Rising living costs strain households and businesses. The Fed must balance taming inflation without causing a recession. In Florida, new education standards, particularly regarding the teaching of slavery, have ignited a fierce debate. Critics argue that the curriculum minimizes the atrocities of slavery, while supporters claim it offers a more balanced view of history. At the heart of the controversy is a new set of standards for teaching African American history, which includes language suggesting that slaves developed skills that could be applied for their personal benefit. Critics argue that this language downplays the brutality and inhumanity of slavery, while supporters maintain that it acknowledges the agency and resilience of enslaved people. The debate over Florida's education curriculum reflects a broader national conversation about how to teach history, particularly when it comes to sensitive and controversial topics. The controversy has sparked protests and legal challenges, with some educators vowing to defy the new standards. Hollywood is at a standstill as ongoing strikes by writers and actors bring the entertainment industry to a grinding halt. The strikes, centered on fair pay, working conditions, and AI's impact, have delayed numerous productions. WGA and SAG-AFTRA, representing over 160,000 writers and actors, seek better pay and safeguards against AI. The strikes have significantly impacted the industry, with production shutting down and release dates pushed back. The U.S. women's national soccer team faced a stunning early exit from the FIFA Women's World Cup. As four-time champions, expectations were high, but they were knocked out in the round of 16. The team struggled throughout the group stage, barely advancing to the knockout rounds. In a tense penalty shootout against Sweden, their World Cup dreams were dashed. This marked the worst ever World Cup finish for the U.S. women's team. Despite the disappointment, the U.S. women's team remains a powerhouse in women's soccer. In a pivotal vote, Ohioans rejected a proposed amendment that would have made it more difficult to protect abortion rights in the state. The amendment, seen by many as a way to preemptively counteract a potential pro-choice ballot initiative in November, was defeated by a significant margin. The proposed amendment, known as Issue 1, would have raised the threshold for passing constitutional amendments in Ohio from a simple majority to a 60% supermajority. This would have made it significantly harder to pass a separate amendment on the November ballot that would enshrine abortion rights in the state constitution. The defeat of Issue 1 is a major victory for abortion rights advocates who mobilize voters to reject the amendment. The vote in Ohio highlights the enduring significance of the abortion debate in American politics. That wraps up this week's top stories. From the devastating wildfires in Maui to the legal battles surrounding former President Trump, this week has been full of major developments. that will undoubtedly shape the course of our nation. As always, we strive to bring you the most important and impactful news stories, providing you with the context and analysis you need to stay informed. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the week's top stories. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to USA Weekly News Plus for your essential updates on the stories that matter most. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on this week's news. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.